Pumping iron means that you pump up the muscle with iron.
Before Arnold Schwarzenegger became the youngest winner of the Mr. Europe title, was crowned Mr. Olympia 7 times, won Mr. Universe 5 times, and could deadlift 710 pounds. It's more than me for sure.
Arnold Schwarzenegger!
Before Arnold would defy odds by becoming one of the most quotable and mimicked action stars, earning a cool $15 million a flick.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Nothing. The pavement was his enemy. Let off some steam, Bennett.
Their bones would turn to ice.
Before Schwarzenegger became the poster boy for the American Dream, dominating bodybuilding competitions and at the box office, making him worth an estimated $300 million. Before he married a Kennedy, became governor of California, and got caught up in a massive cheating scandal.
I'm not a pervert.
That we discussed in the After They Are Famous we've made on Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, recently I also took a photo on Hollywood Boulevard with his autograph, also his foot imprint and his hand imprint, and I've got bigger, things than him. Well, not like that. We'll get into that in this video. Arnold Schwarzenegger grew up with very little in a small Austrian town which was recovering from the devastation of World War II. His father was extremely strict and pushed him and his older brother to get careers in the military. When Arnold was just 18, his father got him a job where he could drive around tanks. But Arnold had dreams of going to America and becoming a movie star. He focused on his bodybuilding as a means of escape, and he would cover his room with pictures of men in Speedos as inspiration. His mother, she wasn't sure what to think when she saw those. Arnold, he decided to go AWOL from the military during his training to compete in a junior bodybuilding event, a stunt that landed him in solitary confinement. This is going to be quite the story. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, talking to you about Arnold's fight for fame, here for you on Before They Are Famous. Now, this is an updated version. We did this way back in the day, and the video, well, it needed some work. So I've updated it for you guys, and we can do that with other videos we've done in the past. Let me know, as always, in the comments down below who you want me to document next.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people.
Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger was born on July 30th, 1947 in Thal, Austria. Raised in a poor Catholic household by his parents Gustav and Aurelia, young Arnold grew up without plumbing, a fridge, or a telephone, and learned discipline early on. If he stepped out of line, he would be sure to get the rod by his father. This man also operated as the town police chief and military officer in the Second World War, so it's no surprise that he ran the household like a drill sergeant.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Both he and his brother Meinhard were excellent athletes, and soon Arnold took to soccer. Arnold's older brother was his father's favorite and the one many set their sights on to be the son of talent, promise, and potential. As for Arnold, well, he was just a bit of a character. No one expected too much. He proved them wrong. Their school coach took them to the local gym to do some leg strengthening exercises, and Arnold found that he enjoyed them more than actually playing soccer. He began to focus on weightlifting at the age of just 14. His parents then started pressuring him to get different careers. His dad wanted him in the military, his mom wanted to be a tradesman, but Arnold, he knew exactly what he wanted to become. Influenced by American culture from watching movies, young Arnold, he idolized people like Steve Reeves and Reg Parker, who crossed over from bodybuilding into acting. His bedroom walls, they were covered with photos of oiled up men in Speedos, and this started to worry his mom. I can't imagine what his military father had to say about all this. I mean, being in a small town in Austria and they're Catholic, the dad must have thought it was at least perverse. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got the rod for all that. Either way, Arnold took his training very seriously and was known to push himself until he would throw up or collapse from exhaustion. When he turned 18, Arnold went to do his mandatory army service, and his dad pulled some strings to get him a position driving tanks. The only problem was a few weeks into it, he got an invitation to go to the junior Mr. Europe competition, which was in Germany. Arnold was so determined to live the American dream, he decided to go AWOL during his basic training to compete. He arrived at the contest and was virtually unknown, but every time he struck a pose, the crowd went nuts. He went on to win the competition and knew his dream would someday become a reality, that he would make it in America. All he had to do was keep working out. But when he tried to sneak back into the army base that night, he was caught and thrown into solitary confinement. I suppose in there, he could do a few push-ups. A few days later, his lieutenants asked to see him. Initially, they scolded him, but word spread quickly that he had won the competition and they rallied around Schwarzenegger as a model of discipline and fitness. Soon Arnold was getting extra food in the cafeteria, being excused from duty to do his training, and the welders even made the guy a gym that he could bring around with him on his tank. I'm not even kidding.
I'm inviting you personally to Los Angeles and to crush things in my tank with me. All you have to do is go on ormaze.com/Arnold.
Yeah, it doesn't get much more manlier than that. Over the years, Arnold gained 25 pounds of rock solid muscle, and well, he's admitted since that he got a little help from some steroids, but back then it was legal. His first crack at the Mr. Universe title got him second place, but one of the judges was so impressed with him, he invited Arnold to live with him in London and train under his guidance. While in England, he got a better understanding of English, kind of, but more importantly, his new training had paid off, and when he went for the Mr. Universe title at the age of 20, he blew away the competition, becoming the youngest person to ever win it. He went on to win the Mr. Universe title 3 more times. It was in 1968 that he made the big move to the States to compete and caught the eye of Joe Weider, a fitness trainer who owned a gym in Venice Beach. He invited Arnold not only to live with him, but to train with him in California. Everyone wanted to know more about the Austrian immigrant living the American dream, and this article on fitness and B-movie roles gave Arnold his first taste of celebrity. Then in 1971, Arnold's brother back home, he died in a drinking and driving accident, soon followed by his father who had a stroke. Arnold, who wanted to focus on his training, decided not to attend the funerals, but to pump more iron instead. Now it may have been a little cold, but I suppose it paid off, because the man went on to dominate in competitions, picking up 5 Mr. Universe and 7 Mr. Olympia titles.
It's as satisfying to me as coming is.
Then in 1977, he was the focus of a documentary known as Pumping Iron, which really boosted his image. That year, he also posed nude in a gay magazine called After Dark, which I'm sure had his mom being like, "See, I told you so, something was wrong." His ascent to action superstar wouldn't come until 1982, when director John Milius thought Arnold's stature and heavy accent would make for the perfect barbarian in his all-star cast.
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
They may not have been able to understand the guy, but the people loved it. 2 years later, Arnold would solidify his place in movie history when he spoke these 3 iconic words.
I'll be back.
As for the rest of the story, well, you can actually find it on the After They Are Famous we've made on Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thanks for checking out my channel, guys. We do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. We've done some modern day muscle men like Furious Pete and the Hodge twins. Be sure to check out those videos. Let me know in the comments down below who you want me to talk about next. And Sylvester Stallone, we just did his Before They Were Famous a week or 2 ago. So check that one out as well. We do a lot of videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.